Tryna roam in my hood, better stay with the chrome. It's spraying Rome in my hood like it's cologne. Marijuana trees coating stones round yo. Raw to their broken bones. Don't live stay where they got broken homes. Up from that night wall in Cutthroat City, where we fight over 25 cent a kilo of fit.
The city of New Orleans is divided into 17 wards. Wards are simply areas of the city that's separated by numbers. Originally, wards were designed as an easy way to count votes and manage the city, but later became an extension of people's identity and culture.
When the red sidewalks, that was 2002.
Knowing a person's ward number will tell you what part of the city they're from and a little bit about their culture and lifestyle.
So you know, you bag of time to BTG and the motherfucking cut, you heard me?
Old side right now, you dig?
Projects in New Orleans started being built in 1941 with the purpose of assisting have-nots into ownership. The rent was extremely inexpensive and was strategically designed that way so that occupying tenants could save their money and one day buy some property. But somewhere in the process, people began taking pride in their projects and wards, and by the 1980s, they were even yachting for them.
New Orleans, you know what time it is? Fuck your time!
In 1989, Manny Fresh and his right-hand man, Gregory D, came out with the city's anthem that made everybody proud to be from New Orleans. But even more, it created ward pride.
Listen to the rhymes back to back that I wrote for the project rap.
Buck Jump Time blazed the trail for New Orleans hip-hop scene, gave the city its own identity, and played a major factor in the new wave music movement called bounce. Bounce rap represented the wards of New Orleans, and by the late 1980s, it had everybody shouting out their ward numbers to say mine is better than yours.
So what ward is it right here?
What ward this is, man? Tell them what ward this is.
Skullcrackers.
East side. We're in Bunker Hill right now.
You gotta put it up, you heard me? Put it up, Cali, man.
Holly Grove.
OPC. Uptown, but the third one.
7 ward home of the whole head.
New Orleans is divided into 3 major parts: uptown, downtown, and across the river. Uptown and downtown is distinguished by the flow of the river. The 6 areas that lie above the river's flow is considered downtown. The river flows down, then around into 10 areas that takes up all of uptown, and is concluded with an area that stands alone, a small but notable area locals call across the river or the West Bank.
I'm swimming with the fishes, fish your food, fish your food, fish your food, fish your food.
And although they're all connected to represent one city, there's many cultural and historical differences between them. The first ward is the smallest ward and there's no major significance to it. It's never mentioned and the majority of the locals doesn't even know that the first ward exists. The second ward is bigger in size, but like the first ward, nobody talks about it. Lee Circle and the Lower Garden District is part of the second ward, as well as part of the CBD and the Old Warehouse District. Very little crime takes place in the second ward, even though parts of it run right into Central City.
Uptown, but the third ward. It's the middle of the world.
The third ward is directly in the center of the city, was represented by 3 housing projects and is the city's seat of government. The Melpomene, Calliope, Magnolia, City Hall, Orleans Parish Prison, the courthouse, and almost everything that caters to big business is found in the third ward. Louis Armstrong, Master P, C Murder, Mac, Mr. Marcello, Turk, Soldier Slim, and a host of others are all native to 3rd Ward New Orleans, as well as Sam Scully, Glenn Metz, Meatball, the notorious 3rd and Galvez Gang, and many others.
Come on, bitch.
Uptown New Orleans includes every ward south of Canal Street, while downtown wards are every area north of Canal Street. The first downtown area is the Fort Ward, the city's bread and butter, and is bounded by most of the city's main attractions.
That's why most people come to New Orleans, because of Bourbon Street, you dig?
Tell them what the essence is, man.
Most of Canal Street and Bourbon Street is in the Fort Ward, along with the House of Blues, the Aquarium of the Americas, Canal Place, the Singer Theater, sections of the Old French Quarter, and several other major attractions.
Coming real from that Robinson, Robinson.
Merci Mario. That's what the real song do. That's what hits do.
The Iberville, also known as the Ville, was the only project in the Fourth Ward and was literally walking distance from the downtown attractions. The Ville was always the after-hours go-to spot for tourists and locals who were looking to party while partying. In 1991, Warren Mays hit the music scene repping the Iberville with his first release titled Get It Girl. The Ville also spawned artists such as Crazy from No Limit and bounce artist Messy Maya.
Break Bread Entertainment. I'm the CEO. Phil Paul Weaver.
The Fifth Ward shares the city's limelight with the Fourth Ward and is home to Café du Monde, the Moonwalk, Jackson Square, and was the heart of the old French Quarters. As far as the music scene, Fifth Ward Weeby was most notable on a national scale and became popular from his run with Master P and No Limit Records.
Say, bro, where it's going to?
All the way back to the 6th Ward, one time on the side street to AP2 Road, down AP2 Road, St. Bernard to Claiborne.
The Sixth Ward is the third smallest but plays a major role in all of American history. The Sixth Ward is home to Treme, the first neighborhood of free black people in all of the US. And on April 11, 2010, HBO aired their first episode of its new special titled Treme. Although it's not the smallest, the Sixth Ward is only 4 blocks wide and 40 blocks long, but weighs in heavy on the historical charts. The Lafitte was the area's project, which was the first project built in all of Louisiana, but was torn down in 2008.
Two-run Russia blades, you know how it is around here, man. Straight gutter, man. Back of town, 7 Ward, you know what I'm talking about? We hustle around here, we grind, you know what I'm saying? Get it how you live, that's how we do it, man.
The Seventh Ward is the second largest of all and is known for its highly distinctive Creole citizens who once heavily populated the area. The Seventh Ward is home to Dillard University, the New Orleans Fairgrounds, St. Louis Cathedral No. 3, and Frenchman Street, a popular destination for food, drinks, and live music. In the mid-1990s, a Seventh Ward rapper by the name of MCL made the area very relevant when he coined the term Seventh Ward Hardheads.
Yeah, I'm a hardhead. Yeah, I get paid doing crime.
The St. Bernard was the Seventh Ward's project, and just like the Iberville, it suffered a nasty makeover when plans to demolish projects had been put into place. When the destruction of the St. Thomas and Desire projects began, tenants were forced to move into the Iberville or St. Bernard. Either way, it was a horrible plan. During the first 2 years of the 3 projects living as one, the St. Bernard became a battlefield with a total of 25 homicides within 48 months. The 8th Ward is a narrow strip that stretches from the Mississippi River upward to Lake Pontchartrain in a straight line. The 8th Ward was not represented by a project, but some of its main neighborhoods included the Marigny Triangle, St. Roch, Gentilly Terrace, and Lake Oaks.
Tryna roam in my hood, better stay with the chrome. It's spraying Rome in my hood like it's fucking cologne. Marijuana trees, coating stones round yo. Raw to their broken bones. Don't live stay where they got broken homes. Up from that night wall in Cutthroat City, where we fight over 25 cents a kilo of fit.
The 9th Ward is a downtown ward, the largest of all, and even claims a great portion of New Orleans East. The 9th Ward is divided into 3 areas, the upper, the lower, and eastern portion, 2 of which has to be accessed by drawbridges. Before Katrina, the 9th Ward had the highest percentage of black home ownership in the city, but was responsible for 50 to 60% of all homicides annually. 60% is a lot when there's 16 other wards to take into account. The 9th Ward was hit the hardest during Katrina, until this day still haven't fully recovered. It was represented by the Florida and Desire projects, and its most recognized areas were St. Claude, the Bywater, and a small portion of St. Roch. The 9th Ward weighed in on the national and international music scene with artists such as Mr. Magic, Fats Dominoes, Kid, and several others.
Take the chopper to the exit. Where we going?
The 10th Ward was represented by the St. Thomas projects and was the closest project to the Mississippi River. The 10th Ward is the second smallest, but due to high volume activity in the St. Thomas project, the 10th Ward stood with the best of them.
Uptown St. Thomas 10th Ward, nigga.
T.T. Tucker, who was credited as the originator of bounce music, is native to the St. Thomas and was a great example to inspiring bounce artists all around the city.
T. Tucker and DJ Erd coming at you for 1992.
Just like the 10th, the 11th is an uptown ward that includes a portion of the Irish Channel in the Garden District and is home to the Lafayette Cemetery and Tommy Lafone School. Literally streets over from the 11th lies the 12th ward, where multi-platinum selling recording artist Mystical grew up.
These bitches sleep as I creep through the 12th ward.
Just minutes west of the 12th ward is the 13th ward, and is home to the notable street crossing of Valence and Magnolia. BG, the Neville brothers, Baby and Slim, and VL Mike all grew up and lived in the 13th ward. The 14th ward is one of the largest of all uptown areas and houses some of the city's most expensive homes and contain a number of architecturally significant mansions.
I'm swimming with the fishes, fish your food, fish your food, fish your food.
The 15th ward, or the 1.5, was represented by the Fisher Project, the only one on the other side of the Mississippi River, but was just as active as some of the more violent wards. The Fisher Project, the DeGaulle Manor Complex, and Christopher Homes were the main hubs for crime and violence, and their reputation for it was known throughout all of the city. Like the 1st and 2nd ward, the 16th ward is rarely ever heard of, and has never been shouted out in any bounce songs. It's a small area that links uptown to Carrollton, which brings us to the 17th ward. The area was once a part of a town called Carrollton, but later became a part of New Orleans and was number 17. Carrollton is broken down into two separate sections, Upper and West Carrollton, but Gertown, Leonidas, Pigeontown, and Hollygrove are some of its most notable areas. At the highest of his career, Lil Wayne was responsible for making Hollygrove known worldwide, as he shouted it out on several major hit songs. Other notable artists from the 17th ward includes Fiend, Lil Slim, Mac Main, DJ Hollygrove, and BTY Youngin.
I promise you something, I bet you won't find me.
The 17th ward is a balanced mix between haves and have-nots and is a very distinctive area from the rest of the city. 17 wards that makes up the Crescent City, and now you know.